There's a moment. It happens every day. After the sun goes down and there's no light left. When you look yourself in the mirror, you look yourself in the eye and you ask, could I have given more? Could I have worked harder today? I know they say, if you love what you do, you'll never work. Say what? Say what?
All right, so trying to get your kids to understand the tradition that was before them.
So tradition is a balance for us. We want them to understand who's come before them. I even spoke back in our first and second years of how our kids have to understand that they're standing on the shoulders of giants. There's been many great Plant Panthers before we even got here as a coaching staff. And I want them to know that they're a small part of the continuum of the legacy that is Plant Panther football. And that's been going on for a very long time. But I especially want them to know, even in our early years, our first year, when we went 3-7, I want them to know that those were the guys whose blood, sweat, and tears were the one that set the stage for the years that were to come. They bought into what we were selling, even when there was no evidence to buy into it. That's true faith. There was nothing to say, I believe in you, coach, and I believe in the vision of this program, except for them saying, I'm going to do that. And so those were the building blocks that we came onto. Now, as time has gone along and we've been successful, the bad side of tradition is the entitlement that people think like, I just put on a Plant jersey and we'll win a state. I just put on a Plant jersey and I'm great. And the fact of the matter is that nothing that we ever want to achieve is just given to us. And so despite the fact that we got some shiny bells and whistles and beautiful uniforms and a great field and all of those things, if you want to be a real Plant Panther and be the next part of the tradition, you have to go work and earn that.
Conscious beats with no beats.
I've played here all my 4 years of high school. I played on JV and I've come all the way up through varsity. And it being my senior year, I want to be able to do stuff. Like I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop in the playoffs. I want to go get that ring. Learning from the leaders like last year, like Micah and Clay. Like yeah, they were two different leaders. Like Micah was loud and stuff, and Clay, like he sat back, but he was like what we wanted to be. And just learning, I want to put those two together really, and I want to try and step into a leadership role this year.
Well, growing up down the street, I lived 5 houses down all my life, and I've heard the noise, I've heard the sound, I've been to the Armwood games when I was little, and just being around here, and my first year on JV, it's just a whole different atmosphere. When you go from Pop Warner and you go to high school football, that's tough, but going from Pop Warner and going to Plant high school football, that's even tougher. They demand so much more out of you, and they want your excellence all day, every day. The colors of black, gold, white, those are what we represent, and those are our family, and those colors mean everything to us. If anyone tries to disrespect that or our team, that's when Plant comes out, and that's when we show out, and that's when we ball.
Well, first off, I played with Micah McFadden since I've been here, so that's a great example of leadership, physically and mentally. He's tough through everything. I've seen him in games. The leadership is unbelievable in the games. He stays strong when it gets tough outside. When bullets are flying, he's under there with you. And the backers that came through here, they're unbelievable. I mean, really, Coach Wiener begs leadership with us. I mean, leadership is very important, obviously, at Plant, because you have to continue the tradition. If you don't continue the tradition, school won't go well, and you have to just keep grinding, I guess.
Mm-hmm.